Welcome to another episode of Will It Work? I'm Kevin, and today we're looking at the Tele-Games electronic games Pinball Breakaway from Sears. I wonder, Sears here says Tele-Games electronic games. I wonder if there was a time when Tele-Games, there were non-electronic games from Tele-Games. It seems like that was their video game brand that they used to create like Atari clones and Pong clones, etc. And it's just weird that they pointed out that it's an electronic game. So this is another standalone unit. It played a version of Breakout, and I like how it says TV not included. Duh. And it also plays some pinball. It says basketball over here, which I don't know. We'll see. It's just going to be some variant. And I actually, for whatever reason, I own, like, this is based off of Atari's Video Pinball, which I also own, though it's kind of rough. And I just, for some reason, this one is in the box. Everything's in it. But I also have a second one. So we're going to try both. If they both work, I'll keep both. If any of them are broken, I will list it up as junk on eBay, probably, and sell it and remove it from my collection. Looks like power. So we have pinball, pin paddle 1, pinball 2, pin paddle 2. Interesting. Basketball. Whew, that's weird. Breakaway and Breakout. So kind of creative with the basketball thing. There's a flipper here and a flipper here. And then we've got the main Breakout thing with the ball serve. All these buttons feel really good. I have a good feeling about this system, but you never know. It's really old, and what's inside is what counts. So let's first plug it in. I have the original power supply. Sears battery eliminator, Tele-Games electronic games. I don't think this took batteries, did it? Oh, it did. Well, it looks like it takes D's. Yeah. 6 D cells. I think that's D cells. Or is that C? That might be C cells. Well, either way, it's a lot of batteries. I do have batteries. If the plug or if the outlet doesn't work or it doesn't turn on, we'll give that a shot. But let's go ahead and see if we can get it to work with the ancient power supply, or if I electrify myself to death, you'll all witness my screaming just before I die. Which I know is going to make for a great video, although I don't know how it would end up posted up on YouTube, unless somebody was just trying to make a lot of money. Alright, this is all tangly. I'm not going to deal with that right now. And it looks like it fits. And does sound come out of the unit? Sounds like it does. Yep, sounds like it works. So let's see if we can get some video out of it, and we'll go from there. Here is video Pinball Breakaway, and first of all, I want to just mention that I'm using a headset with this that I realize is a little bit harsh. It's something I'm not happy with, and I am going to change it in the future, but this is what I have handy right now. It's just a Bluetooth headset. But I do realize that it sort of really maximizes my volume coming out of it, which I'd like to change, and I'm going to eventually get something that fixes that. The second thing is, if you've been watching the series of these videos, you'll know that whenever I'm trying to do RF, or radio frequency, which is the old screw on to the switch box type of game console display, there's been a real struggle with getting it so the video looks good. I have run through 5 different switch boxes, and this current one that I've got plugged in right now seems to be the best of the bunch. but even it is struggling to work with the color on this one, for instance. And if I tinker with it a little bit, you see, you can kind of start to see the color. And that's the switch, right? So I'm sort of switching it. And then, you know, the picture cleans up. But it's like when I try to get that color going, it does not want to go. And I think there's some auto-tuning going on, unfortunately, with the WinTV HVR that I'm using. And I wish I had a better option. Unfortunately, you know, to try to get rid of the scan lines and get a sort of a stable picture, not easy. So as you can see, you know, black and white like this is just, it's just rock. It's just a much steadier picture, which is better than a lot of the ones I've had previously. So we'll stick with that for right now, but I just want you to know that I am trying to make this better, and I am trying to work on it. It's just, it is a bit of a struggle to get these things going. So let's continue with the look. So it looks good. I'm going to select, let's see, let's select, there's no way to really tell which ones these are. That's basketball, breakaway, breakout. So this must be pinball. So let's try that. Reset. Oh, those are my, so if you just hold those in, the ball can never get out. Oh, but it does drop them automatically. So you can't hold them there. Okay. And let's surf. I'm not quite sure what year it was that this came out, but you know, it was either just before cartridges, or you know, they weren't quite sure yet if cartridge games were going to be the thing, so they you know, continued to release these sort of standalone single game units. And yeah, you know, you can kind of tell what they got here. It's like a pinball game you can play at home on just like a base unit. Let's see, let's go to pin paddle. I mean, I don't know what the difference is here. Let's hit reset. Ball serve. Oh, I see. Instead of using, yeah, you just, it's like Breakout, but it's pinball. So, you know, you just got to keep your paddle underneath the ball. So that's kind of, you know, whatever. And then we've got Pinball 2, self-explanatory, Pin Paddle 2, Pinball Basketball. I guess it's just like we've got to get the ball through those 3 lines over there. Let's reset. There's also this select option. I guess there's different, probably has a manual of some sort. Reset. Oh, jeez. Oh, that thing's got a crazy curve on it. Well, how are you supposed to get that to go? Do you use the buttons or something? This is weird. Looks like it gets higher the more you bounce it. And then, like, if you get it high enough, you can score a point. I get it. Whatever. And then we've got, like, Breakout, which was a fairly popular game at the time. You know, they've made a million different versions of this over the years. But, you know, somebody thought of it first and then came out with Breakout. It was like that arachnoid or whatever. It's obviously harder to see here with the static and lack of color. Probably would look a lot better if it did. But all right, so this Pinball Breakaway works fine, and if I could eventually get a good display going, rock on. So I'm going to pause this video for a little bit, and I'm going to hook up the other one, and we'll just see if that one works. It won't take very long, and we'll see if they both work, and if they're both keepers. So it looks like this one also works. It try to get a little bit of color out of the screen, but just having the same issue. Just can't quite get the tuner to get that color in there. Fortunately, it's just not going to go. It's like that's about as good as I'm going to get. Yeah, but anyway, they both work. You just can't see it real well. It's unfortunate. It's a real shame. I really wish I could do something about this to make this better for everybody. It just really, I can sit here and tinker with this, you know, and I can get it kind of stable with the black and white, but the color is really not having it. And I don't know, I honestly don't know if that's just the problem with these switch boxes. I think it is the switch boxes themselves, and it's almost like I wish I had a more modern switch box that was capable. And believe me, I've looked for some of these things online, but I don't know if I'm looking in the right place or what, but it's hard to find something. Like, you would think that there would be a device that could take the RF out and put it just straight in as digital signal, right? And I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. Some people say try using your VCR, but I don't think that's going to be that's not going to really help me here, because I'm going to run into the same issue. You know, I've got two different converters and a ton of different switch boxes, and it just doesn't work out. So I'm going to keep trying, though. I'm going to keep trying to get you guys a clearer video, and you know, continue to make these better. But anyway, this pinball stuff is a keeper, and let's move on to the next system. Thanks.